Okay, today we're just gonna start on, really wasn't gonna work on it, but this poor abandoned Yamaha 4600 generator. This poor thing has been sitting around outside, mostly in the elements, for I don't know, 9 months, years, I don't recall. It's been a long time. I cringe every time I see it, and now it's been dumped. So, I'm not sure what the problem is. All I know, for one, there's like syrup in there. Yuck. Fuel's been in there a long time. That's got to go. The oil's got to go. It's missing the air filter cover. Why? I don't know. I found at least 2 of them like that. I don't know what the deal is with getting rid of the cover. It holds in the air cleaner in there. And the filters, of course, are gone. Not that they're going to be worth anything. Anyway, so first thing I'm going to do is get the fuel tank and dump it. Or I just take it off altogether. Oh, look at that, how convenient, the bolts are already loose. So, inside here, there's 2 nuts. I'm not sure, 13 millimeter, 12 millimeter. And then there's a screw down here, which of course it has to be a different size. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth. I think that's a 10 millimeter in my electric tools elsewhere at the moment. So we pull those off there. Flange comes off there, holds it in there. There's a hose running from here to the back of there, and these hoses are all crap. And with those 2 nuts, and that comes out of there. So somebody'd already taken the clamp off of there. So I was going to pull it over there and drain the tank, but you know, I think I'm just going to pull the tank. So 2 little pinch clamps. That'll come off of there. These, I guess I got to find out, or just take them out by hand. 10 millimeter. Find that out later. Well, I wasn't kind of expecting this, but I'll take it. I know somebody's had this tank off here already before. And if so, why is it not returned to service? Oh, look at that. Unbelievable. Wouldn't have thought I could do that by hand. Obviously, somebody's had this off before. Anyway, what we're going to do is keep track of which screws go which. That one's got a washer. Okay. We'll take the fuel tank off and just dump it. See what goo comes out of there. Okay, so this is kind of odd. Get the tank up off there. It's got this, looks like it's probably a filter as well. Fuel valve turns on and off. This has got a nut on there, which is like, I think I used a 9/16, so 14 millimeter. Then I had to put a crescent wrench across these flats here and carefully unscrew this thing. Lovely. Let's see if there's anything will come out of there. Look at that. I'm going to flush this with gas and some brake clean. Yeah. No. Alright. Well, I was getting ready to mow the grass, so that's going to have to wait. Okay, so I'm still trying to get the gas out of here before I mow the grass. So I pulled the plug. I had to do a little poking. It's actually a regular 1/4 inch pipe thread size. What did I do with it? I borrowed a stick. This is all nasty. And look at this yummy. I gotta flush that. Nice varnish. Smells like varnish. And if you can see, yeah, it's kind of blended in now. The little pieces that look like jello where the water was. And then you can see there we go, you see the water. Water doesn't mix. It's all sticking to the bottom there. Yuck, rust out the whole tank. Alright, so I'm going to flush that out. Just a wee bit, and I got to put all this to a side. I'll get to it next time. I am going to stop here any second now. Minute. There's the carburetor. Let's see if I can balance this on my knee here. See how long that lasts. So this is the size of wire. Where is it? I was using a bigger one. I had to dig this out. And you can tell, anything bigger than this won't work. But you can see how far this goes in. It goes all the way down to the bottom here. Where are we? It goes all the way in. Look at that. Also, that's how you tell on. On is O. I don't know what the heck these C are supposed to be. They used to be, on little motorcycles, you'd have on, off, and reserve. As you can see here. That appears to shut it off. But to the other side, same thing. I'm not sure what the deal is, but anyway, that shows you it's open. It goes all the way in there. So now I know it's open. Sprayed some brake clean in there, but for this job I need to have some carburetor cleaner. We'll dissolve all this stuff off of here. Alright, we're going to flush that out in a little bit. So I drained this thing out. Let it sit out in the sun. And now I'm basically blowing it out. Like old nasty gas. Now I'm going to do that until it doesn't do this anymore. Yeah, so I'm going to slide some gas around in it. And I may actually spray some WD-40 in there. I don't know how long it's going to be that I'll actually get around to seeing if this thing runs or not. I'm going to do this for a while. Oh, update on this baby. Took the carburetor apart, cleaned it out. A little gummy. Had to free up the throttle. It was stuck. Put it back together. I'm thinking there should be a little screen in here, but all there is at the bottom of this is just a little cup. So we'll see. Shut off valve. I don't have an air cleaner, but I don't know if my luck. It's just luck or what. But one thing that always counts is whether you have spark or not. Let's see if it'll do it. Without, I have to push on it. See if I can do that. I just have to take my word for it. Watch this. Highly professional. Will it shock me? I got it. Oops, had it the wrong way. Ow! That would be spark. Did shock me. What do you know? I got spark. Ha! Let's see if this thing will run. Alright, got it fueled up. I got the fuel on. I half expect gas to dump out of the bottom of it. Sometimes that happens when I put them back together. Gonna choke it. Can do this one-handed. I think I got the spark turned on. Holy smoly! I guess I do. All right, Milton. Have I got any juice? Find out. All right, fan. Ruh-roh. Guess better look into that. I don't know, teething pain? I don't know why I did that. Well, that definitely sounds like a fuel issue. Got gas in there. See if I can work that out. Well, I don't know what's going on, but we're throwing the right switch on. Hey, hey, hey! You gotta shoot. That cow was more of the same. It'd run about a carburetor bowl worth of fuel and then it'd quit. And I found one of the clamps loose on the fuel line that goes in there. Then I put the clamp on, it was dripping. I thought maybe it's sucking air in, sure enough. Look at that. Busted fuel line, sucking air. Hopefully that'll take care of it. Good, sweet. So the phrase beggars can't be choosers comes into mind here. I don't know if auto parts stores are open right now or not. But right here happens to be pressure washer that's got what's looking like the fuel hose I need. Let's see. I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. See where it's swollen there. Anyway, I'm going to pull all the fuel hoses that I can find on this, and maybe I think there's a ride mower out here too. If I can use them, I'll use them. If not, I guess I'll look into see. Auto parts stores are open through tonight yet, hopefully. We'll see. Oh well, I couldn't help myself, so I think I got some fuel hose that'll work. And a couple of other things. And well, I figure I might as well take the carburetor and the box and stuff too. You know? Why not? Okay, well, clean the carb, everything looks good in there, so I came back to the fuel valve, and there's a little screen in there which you really can't see in an O-ring. I got to pull that out, and that screen apparently is plugged up. Now there was a lot of crap in the fuel tank. I thought I washed it all out, but it looks like not. Run over a minute. I think that may have taken care of it. Gotta change the oil, find an air box for it. Wonders never cease. Okay, so one of my pet peeves, and it's drove me crazy ever since I saw this generator. Why would somebody take the air box off of this thing? It's like, and to do what with it? It's like, it just drives me crazy separating parts out like this. I realized watching my early video that I got a spacer that's got to go on this side, but other than that, I'll actually push that back a little bit. So, take me off. I'm going to go on the internet and see if I can buy an air box. But for some reason, that little voice in my head told me before I do that I should exhaust all possibilities and look around the shop where this thing hung out for a year, sitting abandoned, ignored. I looked around. I wasn't expecting much. I looked here, looked there. I was getting ready to give up and walk away, but that little voice in my head, just for some reason, I just kept thinking, I need to keep looking a little bit. I said, there's no way. Where would they possibly put this thing? I looked in any possibility, anywhere that would be a possibility. And then I went off just for the heck of it. Might as well check everything. Came to a table. Saw all kinds of crap piled up on the table, and some 2x4s, some other stuff, poking around. At this point, it's like, that's it, I'm leaving. Like, there's no way. There was no chance that I was going to find this thing. Of course, you know where this is going. That little voice wouldn't let me go. I looked under a pile of crap on that table. The table's been, nobody's touched that table in a year, maybe more. And in this case, that actually worked in my favor. I said, you know what? What the heck? I'll just look in there. What do you know? I look off under the side of that thing, and I see this sticking over there underneath the big pile of stuff. I look at it, it's got some arrows for the choke. I'm looking at it, it's like, I don't remember if my airbox looks like this exactly or not, but already I'm thinking in the back of my head, there's no way possible that I have found this. And what do you know? Guess what? I can do it one-handed. That is the airbox cover that goes to that. I just cannot believe that. That's the finishing touch. Now I'll have to get some screws. Other than that, I cannot believe it. I certainly hope my financial future is as lucky as my small engine luck. This is just unbelievable. I wouldn't have put a penny on me finding that. That's just... Anyway, so my luck holds. This thing's been running for a day and a half. It only runs about, I don't know, 5 hours. The tank's not big enough. But it kept my fridge going after Hurricane Milton. Did its job. And now, all I gotta do is get an air filter for it. Figure out whatever screws that thing takes. And I am in business. Unfortunately, this thing is loud and it's heavy, but it is one big burly boy. 240 volt. I can probably run my welder on this thing, which is really handy because I don't have 240 anywhere other than the dryer in there. So who knows? I'm gonna find out. Time for an oil change, some slick 50, and this baby is going into my inventory of beloved items that I have resurrected. It's a good day. As of right now, life is good. Okay, well, after all the good news about this thing, I get sidetracked. I get sidetracked a lot. I pulled the top frame off of here, cleaned it up, primed and painted, so no more rust there. Got an air filter for this thing. It took me 2 tries because it's kind of odd. At the beginning of the video, I'll show you. There, the EF4600A. Well, when I came to ordering a filter for it, for some reason I was over here looking at this side, and the MZ300. So I ordered a air filter. Good old eBay. And based on the MZ300, this is what I got. This little tiny flat guy. That ain't gonna work. So then I went back in there looking and went and ordered one for the EF4600A by looking at the description basically a little better, because this one, you know, without realizing there's 2 of them. And this is what you get. This is what you need, this big fat guy. So I went and found some screws or some metric things. Be nice if they were stainless. I may just have to paint them. And maybe I'll do that. I'll just paint them black to start with. And see how long that lasts. Boy, do I love stainless. So just when I got this thing, I haven't done anything with it yet. Did I put stainless? lock washer on it? I think that's possible. I put stainless lock washer on it. Anyway, the little filter, as you can see, really wouldn't do much. But the big filter goes right in there. And it's pre-oiled. It's good to go. I just wanted to mention that part because let me clean that up a little bit. It's just leaking a little bit. So this particular generator, you got one of these you need to order an air filter for. Use that EF4600 and not that little MZ300 thing, which is, I got this spare weird little thing here. But, I'm going to put the top back on that, clean up anything else I can paint. So this goes into my collection of stuff that I'll never get rid of, like that air compressor and pressure washer. And you gotta have a pressure washer, you gotta have a generator and air compressors, and yep, life is good. Okay, here we go, the final result. Hosed down with WD-40, air cleaners on it, painted the screws. It's all wiped down with WD-40, especially the aluminum parts. Put that together. I'll spray that a little bit. And then everything looks good. Ready to go back to work when needed. Another satisfying project on the books.